Hello everybody and welcome to this video with myself and Mr. Simon Bates.
Hello.
As usual on saxophone, and we are concentrating on the Yamaha Sopranos range, and this is the 82Z Yamaha Soprano. Now I will point out there's a couple of 82Zs that you can buy. There's the standard one, which is this one here, exactly, nice and straight, and then there's the ZR, which has the curved neck. Yes, thank you, Simon. Interestingly though, it's all still one piece on the R, it's integral, but it is a curved neck. However, we're here to talk about the 82Z standard. So, before we get into the spec and maybe some of the background, Simon, let's just have a little play and see how we feel. So, obviously, soprano is something that people often come to after playing alto and tenor. How do you feel this would be for someone transitioning over in terms of the layout and just the response?
Oh, perfect. I mean, what I've always loved about the Yamaha Sopranos is they don't really feel like a soprano. It feels like a normal saxophone. The key layout is exactly the same as an alto or tenor. Your hands are a bit closer together, obviously, but apart from that, it feels like a saxophone, not like a completely different instrument, as some of them can feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most important things and interesting things about the 82Z in particular, maybe if you compare it to the 875, which is the other professional Yamaha one, is that it is totally one piece. So you don't have the removable necks, which basically loses quite a bit of weight.
Yeah, it's much lighter than the 875, yeah.
And would you say that perhaps sound-wise it gives that a slightly lighter, more flexible sort of feel?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I use the 875 and have done for years, and I'm comfortable with that, but I play that with a sling, whereas with this, I don't have to use a sling because of the weight, and that makes quite a lot of difference to the way you're going to play it as well.
Yeah. I mean, the 82Z was based on the old 61, which was a previous Yamaha Soprano, which was also one piece, which a lot of people loved. And actually, that was one of the first Sopranos that actually played in tune, or close to being in tune, because Soprano naturally is more difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has more challenges because of what it is, let's say.
Well, funnily enough, it was the Yamaha 875, in fact, the very model I still play, that attracted me to Yamaha saxophones in the first place, because I'd never been able to play soprano and play it in tune. Suddenly,
club, yeah.
Yeah, suddenly there you go. You know, it's like, there's a saxophone that's in tune, and by the way, it happens to be a soprano. So yeah, great.
Good start, yeah. And so they redeveloped this 82Z, or they brought it to the market a few years ago, because maybe it does offer a different alternative to the 875, which Simon was mentioning. So we would encourage you probably to try it and see how you feel, whether you like the different actual physical feel, whether you like the difference in the sound, and maybe even think about the curved neck. We sell a lot more of the straight ones, though, than with the curved neck, which is just worth bearing in mind.
You're going to get less resistance with the straight neck. With the curved neck, it's going to be a bit harder work, but perhaps a bit more comfortable to play. So there's your trade-off.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just depends on what you're after. So actually, I know there's a few players who use the 82Z, Nigel Hitchcock being one.
Yep.
I know he was involved a little bit in the production process as well. So I think it's very much aimed at that jazz and commercial end of things.
Yeah, of course.
Rather than maybe a classical kind of setup. But yeah, maybe let's have a little bit more, Simon, just so we can hear what it can do.